So maybe I'll take you through various changes that I'm going to make to the sky. Pretty happy with it. You know, even once I had it painted in, I knew I was going to have to work in it. But now the rest of the painting is pretty much finished. I know where I'm going to go with this. Okay, here's the predominant tree. You know, the top of our triangle, so to speak. And it sits directly below another vertical space here of darker paint. Light here, light here. Although I like the color and the design in this little area, it diminishes the strength of the painting as a whole. So I'm going to have to tone this down, possibly even remove it completely. So that's the first thing we're going to do. Alright, so this is toned down now. Brought it down gently. Lower value, a little lower chroma. I think that solved this area. I believe that I don't like the way that I've closed this. I may bring it further this way. I may just soften the edge even, you know, of this little bit. Again, a small detail, but those details are important. I think that I'd like to bring a design breaking these clouds up. I'm going to introduce some of these colors into this blue, because this blue stands on its own. It's very strong. I don't have that color anywhere else in the painting. I think it might just be a little bit too high a chroma for the painting in general. So as opposed to changing all the color in it, I think it might be possible for me just to break it up in order to weaken it and aid in improving the design of this cloud bank. So I took some ultramarine blue, a little bit of alizarin crimson, and some white, and I went over some larger spots of cobalt blue and white, because cobalt blue and white's a very high chroma. This, I think, helped to knock it down. So I think this is not such a out of tune chroma anymore with the rest of the painting. I've also introduced a cloud that's sort of sweeping across, just sort of tailing off. You know, this rolling cloud can do all kinds of things, and it is a very stylized sky. So I don't know if it looks a little out of place. I think that for the time being, I'm going to say it's fine. And then I just made this a little sort of, no detail, just up and down. I feel as though there is a bit of a visual hole here. And the highest intensity doesn't have to be here. I mean, we'd be dead center in the sky, and I don't really want to do that. But I am going to put, I think, some warmer and lighter colors. Somehow I'm going to put a few strokes in here. This is a bit of a dark spot. I may put some yellow ochre and white in there to bring it down to this idea of it moving here, jumping over to here, and then moving down again. But I need to do something about this hole. So that's what I'm going to play with next. I think this visual hole is solved now. I needed some structure in here. I didn't want it to be too strong. I've softened this edge, you know, with a very hard light against dark edge on a cloud. Certainly, it makes the cloud look too flat. And laid in straight titanium white with just the smallest hint of yellow ochre. 2 spots. One here and a little dab there. It's the only spot on the entire painting that has that. Now, it is very close to dead center, but I think that the next closest or high value is here. So I believe it pulls, even though this high value is dead center of the canvas, more or less, you can get away with that as long as you pull it to the left or to the right. I believe in this case, because the most vivid subject matter in the painting, with the exception of the sky, is this point of land, and the difference between the drama between the grays and the warmer colors, close to distant clouds. I think that's it. That may just be it for the sky now, or yeah, certainly for that distant sky. Now that I've laid that in, I am going to just put a few highlights on the edges of these trees to make them jump out a little further. And maybe a touch in the water, maybe not, I'm not sure. I don't know if in the last video I said that I would, the next video, which would be this one, that I promised that it would be done. But now I think I'm so close and I'm pretty happy with everything's going. This thing included. There's something I like about it. The next video will be the completed painting. Okay. Thanks for watching, guys. See you soon.